The metal walls of the spaceship hummed with power. Fleet Commander Zethrak stood before a large screen showing a small blue planet. His 6 arms moved across control panels as he read the reports about Earth. The data looked perfect. This world would be easy to take. "Commander," said his aide, "the target planet has no unified defense system. Their weapons are basic. Their governments fight each other instead of working together." Zethrak nodded. His species, the Valthek, had taken 17 worlds already. Each time was the same. Show up with big ships. Show off their weapons. The planet's leaders would see they could not win and give up. Then the Valthek would take what they wanted and move on. "How long do we expect this to take?" Zethrak asked. "Based on our studies, 12 hours at most. These humans follow clear patterns. When they see superior force, they surrender to save lives." On Earth, Da-Un sat in her small apartment in Busan. She worked as a marine biologist during the day, but at night she played with radio equipment. It was her hobby. She liked to listen to signals from space and talk to other radio users around the world. Tonight felt different. Her equipment was picking up strange signals. They were too organized to be natural, too complex to be from Earth. Da-Yun's heart began to beat faster. She had read about this possibility her whole life, but never believed it would happen. She grabbed her phone and started making calls. First to her friend Hyunwoo in Seoul. He worked with computers for the government. If anyone would know what to do, it would be him. "Hyunwoo, you need to listen to me," Da-Un said when he answered. "I think there are alien ships coming to Earth." Hyunwoo was sitting in his office late at night. Computer screens glowed around him as he worked on security systems. "Da-Un, are you serious? I have recordings. The signals are too complex to be from Earth. They're getting stronger, which means whatever is sending them is getting closer." Hyunwoo had known Da-Un since college. She was smart and careful. If she said something was wrong, he listened. "Send me the recordings. I'll run them through our analysis systems." While Da-Un sent the files, she made more calls to radio operators in Japan, Australia, and Hawaii. Within an hour, people all over the Pacific were listening to the strange signals. The internet started buzzing with theories and discussions. In Seoul, Tae-min was closing his auto repair shop for the night. His phone rang. It was his old army friend calling from the base. "Tae-min, we're getting reports of unknown aircraft approaching from space. They want to call in all retired special forces. Are you available?" Tae-min had served 10 years in special forces before becoming a mechanic. He thought those days were over. "What kind of aircraft?" "The kind that doesn't come from Earth." Tae-min looked at his tools and dirty hands. "I'll be there in 30 minutes. So Young worked the night shift at Incheon Port, coordinating shipments from around the world. Her job was to make sure the right containers got to the right places, at the right times. It was like solving a giant puzzle every day. Her computer system started showing strange alerts. Satellites were detecting large objects moving toward Earth, not asteroids or space junk. These objects were too big and moving in formation. She called her supervisor. "We might need to stop all shipping operations. Something is coming from space." "Are you sure?" "The satellite data is clear. Multiple large objects moving together aimed at Earth. This isn't natural." The Valthek fleet moved closer to Earth. Zethrak watched the planet grow larger on his screen. "Begin broadcasting our arrival message. Make it clear that resistance is pointless." The message went out in multiple human languages. It was simple and direct. The Valthek were taking control of Earth. Humans should gather their leaders and prepare to surrender. Any attempt to fight would be crushed. But Earth's response was not what the Valthek expected. Instead of panic, the internet exploded with activity. Forums filled with discussions about alien technology. Video gamers started organizing groups to study the ships. Computer programmers began analyzing the alien signals, treating them like a new type of code to break. Hyunwoo's analysis confirmed what Da-Un suspected. The signals were from technology far beyond anything on Earth. But as he studied them more, he noticed something interesting. The encryption was complex but followed logical patterns. It was like a very advanced version of systems he already knew. "This is incredible," he told his team. "Their technology is more advanced, but it's not magic. It follows rules. If it follows rules, we can understand it. If we can understand it, we can hack it." Around the world, governments tried to organize responses. Some wanted to negotiate, others wanted to fight. Most were confused and argued about what to do. The United Nations called emergency meetings, but they moved slowly. The real response came from ordinary people. Radio operators shared information. Computer experts worked together online. Military veterans contacted old friends. Port workers, truck drivers, and delivery services prepared to keep supplies moving no matter what happened. Taemin arrived at the military base to find organized chaos. Soldiers who had never seen real combat were nervous. Veterans like him were calm but serious. The officers were trying to plan for something they had never faced before. "What's the situation?" Taemin asked his friend. "Alien ships will be here in hours. They sent a surrender demand. Command doesn't know if we should fight or negotiate." Taemin looked at the younger soldiers. "Have they ever fought an enemy they couldn't understand?" "No." "Then it's a good thing we're here to teach them." Da-Yun continued monitoring the signals. She noticed something the experts missed. The aliens were not just sending one message. They were constantly communicating with each other. Their ships were sharing data, coordinates, and status reports. "They're treating this like a routine operation," she told Hyun-woo over the phone. "Like they've done this many times before." "That could be good or bad for us," Hyun-woo replied. "Good because they might be overconfident. Bad because they have experience." "I think it's good. Routine means predictable. Predictable means we can plan around it." So Young worked with port authorities around the world. If these aliens were coming to take over, they would need to cut supply lines and communication. But global shipping was incredibly complex. No one person or system controlled it all. It was designed to work around problems. "We need to prepare for disruption," she told her team. "Move critical supplies to secure locations, set up backup, communication systems. Make sure we can keep moving goods even if main systems go down." The Valthek fleet reached Earth's orbit. Zethrak expected to see fear and chaos on the planet below. Instead, his sensors showed something strange. Human. Activity was increasing, not decreasing. Their communication networks were busier than ever. "Commander," his aide reported, "we're detecting unusual activity in their computer networks. It appears they're trying to analyze our technology." Zethrak made a sound that might have been laughter in his species. "Let them try. Their primitive systems cannot comprehend Valthek engineering." But on Earth, Hyun-woo was already proving him wrong. Working with computer experts around the world, he had begun to map the alien communication protocols. It was slow work, but they were making progress. "Their mistake," Hyun-woo told his team, "is thinking we'll follow their rules. They expect us to be afraid and give up. Instead, we're treating this like the ultimate hacking challenge." The first Valthek landing ships began their descent toward Earth's major cities. In their holds, soldiers prepared for a quick and easy conquest. They had weapons that could level buildings and armor that could stop any human weapon. What they didn't have was experience fighting humans who refused to be conquered. The first alien ships landed in New York, London, Tokyo, and Seoul at exactly the same time. Each ship was the size of a city block and made no sound as it touched down. Valthek soldiers poured out, their weapons glowing with energy that could cut through steel. In Seoul, Taemin watched from a rooftop as the massive ship settled in the center of the city. His radio crackled with reports from around the world. The same thing was happening everywhere. The aliens were following their plan perfectly. "Too perfectly," Taemin said to himself. He keyed his radio. "All units, they're doing exactly what we expected. That means we can be ready for their next move." The Valthek had studied human military tactics from intercepted communications and historical data. They knew humans would try to surround them with heavy weapons and negotiate for civilian safety. The aliens set up defensive positions and waited for the expected response. But the response never came. Instead, something else happened. As soon as the ships landed, thousands of small signals began bouncing around the city. Cell phones, Wi-Fi, networks, radio transmissions. The humans were not organizing like a military force. They were organizing like a swarm of insects. Yunwu sat in his government building, surrounded by computer screens. They're broadcasting on open channels, he told his team. No encryption, no security protocols. They think we can't understand their technology. His fingers flew across the keyboard. Around the world, other hackers were doing the same thing. In just 2 hours, they had begun to decode the basic structure of the alien communication system. It's like they built their security to stop other aliens, not humans, said Jin Ho, one of Hyunwoo's programmers. They never considered that. Someone might attack their systems from a completely different angle. Keep working, Hyunwoo said. I want to be inside their network before they realize we're there. Dae-yoon coordinated with radio operators across the globe. The aliens had jamming equipment, but it was designed to block military radio frequencies. Ham radio operators used different frequencies and strange antenna designs that the alien jammers couldn't handle properly. This is Wild Dolphin in Busan. Dae-yoon spoke into her microphone. I have clear contact with Storm Bear in California and Metalfish in Germany. The jamming is not working on our frequencies. Within hours, a global communication network had formed using amateur radio. It connected people in every major city and many small towns. The aliens could cut phone lines and internet cables, but they couldn't stop thousands of radio operators who knew how to bounce signals off the atmosphere. Taemin moved through Seoul with a small team of veterans and volunteers. The aliens had taken the city center, but they didn't understand how modern cities really worked. They controlled the government buildings and main roads, but Seoul was much more than that. They're acting like this is a military base, Taemin explained to his team. But cities aren't military bases. They're living things with thousands of small parts. You can't control a city by holding a few big buildings. His team used subway tunnels, delivery routes, and maintenance passages to move around the city. They avoided direct confrontation with the heavily armed aliens. Instead, they focused on gathering information and helping civilians. Report what you see, Taemin told them. How many aliens? What weapons they carry, how they move. We're not trying to fight them yet. We're trying to understand them. So Young worked from the Port Control Center, coordinating with shipping companies around the world. The aliens had demanded that all air and sea traffic stop immediately. Most governments were trying to comply. But the actual shipping industry was not controlled by governments. Attention all vessels. So Young broadcast on shipping frequencies. This is Incheon Port Control. We are implementing Emergency Protocol 7. Switch to backup communication systems and continue normal operations through secondary routes. Emergency Protocol 7 didn't exist until So Young invented it 30 minutes earlier. But it sounded official, and ship captains were used to following Port Authority instructions. Within hours, global shipping had quietly reorganized itself around alien blockades. The Valthek soldiers in Seoul began to notice problems. Their sensors showed human military forces gathering outside the city, but the humans weren't attacking. Instead, they seemed to be waiting for something. Commander, one Valthek officer reported to his ship, the humans are not responding as expected. They have not sent negotiators or demanded safe passage for civilians. What are they doing? Came the reply from orbit. Nothing. Everything. They appear to be ignoring us while carrying out normal activities. This was not entirely true. The humans were definitely not ignoring the aliens. But they were not responding in any way, the Valthek could understand or counter. Hyunwoo made his first breakthrough at hour 6. I'm in, he announced to his team. I have access to their basic communication protocols. The alien computer system was incredibly advanced, but it had been designed by creatures who thought in straight lines. The Valthek built their security, like a fortress with high walls and strong gates. But Hyunwoo and his team didn't attack the walls. They found tiny cracks and squeezed through like water. Their system assumes that anyone trying to break in will use similar technology, Hyunwoo explained. But we're using completely different approaches. It's like they built a lock that stops all known keys, but we're picking it with a coat hanger. Within an hour, Hyunwoo's team was reading alien communications in real time. They learned about ship positions, supply levels, and command structure. More importantly, they learned that the aliens were already confused and frustrated. Dae-eun received a call from a radio operator in Australia. "Wild Dolphin? This is Didgeridoo Dave. The aliens here are trying to control our internet, but they don't understand how it works." "What do you mean?" Da-eun asked. "They shut down the main servers, but the internet just routes around them. They cut undersea cables, but we have satellite links. They jam cell towers, but we have mesh networks. It's like they expected to find one big switch they could turn off." This was happening everywhere. The aliens had studied human technology, but they only understood the official systems. They didn't know about the thousands of backup systems, alternative networks, and improvised solutions that humans used every day. Taemin's team made an important discovery in Hour 8. The alien soldiers were incredibly well-trained and heavily armed, but they had never fought in an environment like Seoul. The city was too complex, too chaotic, too full of unexpected spaces and connections. They move like they're in a video game, observed Min-soo, a young veteran on Taemin's team. "Clear the area, hold the objective, move to the next area." "But real cities don't work like that." "Exactly," Taemin said. "They're trying to control Seoul like it's a military base, but Seoul is home to 10 million people who know every shortcut, every back alley, every maintenance tunnel. You can't control that with a few hundred soldiers, no matter how good their weapons are." So Young coordinated what she privately called Operation Ignore the Aliens. Delivery drivers continued making deliveries, just using different routes. Cargo ships continued moving goods, just avoiding alien patrol areas. Truck drivers continued hauling freight, just pretending the aliens weren't there. "The key," So Young explained to her team, "is that they expect us to stop and ask permission. But the global economy doesn't have a central command system that can make it stop. It's too big, too distributed, too stubborn to control." The aliens had taken control of major ports and airports, but most global trade didn't go through major facilities. It went through thousands of small docks, private airfields, and border crossings that the aliens didn't even know existed. By Hour 10, the Valthek commanders were receiving disturbing reports from all landing sites. The humans were not fighting back, but they were not surrendering either. Instead, they seemed to be adapting to the invasion like it was just another problem to work around. Fleet Commander Zethrak reviewed the situation reports with growing confusion. "Why have they not sent negotiators?" he demanded. "Sir, they appear to be treating our presence as a temporary inconvenience. They are continuing normal activities while avoiding direct contact with our forces." "That is impossible. No species continues normal activities during an invasion." "The humans are, sir." Hyunwoo achieved his second major breakthrough at Hour 11. "I can not only read their communications now," he told his team. "I can send messages that their system will accept as legitimate." This opened up entirely new possibilities. Hyunwoo began sending false orders to alien units, causing confusion and misdirection. He also started collecting detailed information about the alien fleet's capabilities and weaknesses. "Their technology is more advanced than ours," Hyunwoo reported to military command. "But it's not better adapted. It's like they designed everything for fighting other aliens who think the same way they do. They never considered fighting someone who thinks completely differently." Daeun's radio network had evolved into something the aliens couldn't have imagined. Not only were radio operators sharing information, but they were creating new solutions in real time. Someone in Japan figured out how to detect alien aircraft with modified weather radar. The second day began with the Valthek trying a new approach. If the humans would not surrender, they would be forced to submit. Heavy weapons emerged from the alien ships, and energy beams began destroying empty government buildings. This should motivate them to negotiate, Fleet Commander Zethrak told his officers. Every previous species had started serious talks after seeing their important buildings destroyed, but the humans did something unexpected again. Instead of panic, the internet filled with videos of the destruction. People shared clips, added commentary, and started analyzing the alien weapons in real time. "Look at the energy pattern," posted one user. "It's concentrated but unstable, probably vulnerable to electromagnetic interference." "Notice how they aim," added another. "Very precise but slow to retarget. Definitely computer-controlled." Within hours, thousands of people were studying the alien weapons like they were puzzles to solve. Hyun-woo had spent the night breaking deeper into the Valtech computer systems. By morning, he had access to technical manuals, weapon specifications, and even the invasion timeline. "This is incredible," he told his expanded team. "There, technology is advanced, but it's also documented everything. It's like they never considered that someone might steal their instruction manuals." Jinho looked at the alien weapon schematics on his screen. "These energy weapons have a major weakness. They need constant communication with the ship's main computer to function properly. If we can disrupt that communication, the weapons stop working," Hyunwoo finished. "How fast can we build a jamming device?" "Give me 6 hours and access to an electronics store." Daeun's radio network had grown overnight. Now it included not just radio operators, but electronics experts, engineers, and scientists from around the world. Someone in Germany had figured out how to detect alien communication frequencies. Someone in Brazil had developed a way to track alien movements using cell phone networks. "This is Wild Dolphin," Daeun broadcast. "I need confirmation on the Seoul situation." "Storm Bear here," came the reply from California. "We're seeing the same pattern in Los Angeles. The aliens are destroying empty buildings but avoiding populated areas. They're trying to scare us without actually hurting people. That's their mistake," said a new voice from India. "They think we'll be scared by broken buildings. But humans rebuild things all the time." Taemin watched the alien weapon demonstration from a safe distance. His trained eye immediately spotted the tactical problems with the alien approach. "They're fighting the wrong war," he told his team. "They're trying to break our will by destroying symbols of authority. But modern humans don't get their strength from buildings or governments." "Where do we get it from?" asked Minsu. "From each other, from the network, from the fact that we're all connected and we all refuse to give up." Taemin had been coordinating with resistance groups around the world through Daeun's radio network. What he learned surprised even him. In every city, ordinary people were organizing effective resistance using tools and methods the aliens couldn't understand or counter. So-young had spent the night reorganizing global supply chains around the alien presence. It was like solving the world's most complex logistics puzzle while blindfolded and riding a bicycle. "The aliens control maybe 1% of global shipping infrastructure," she reported to her team. "They took the biggest ports and airports, but there are thousands of smaller facilities they don't even know about." Her phone rang constantly with calls from shipping managers around the world. Everyone wanted to know how to keep goods moving, while avoiding alien interference. "Treat them like bad weather," So-young advised. "When there's a storm, you don't stop shipping. You find another route." By hour 14, the first human counter-strike was ready. Jinho had built his jamming device using parts from a computer store, a cell phone repair shop, and an old television. It looked like a science fair project, but the theory was sound. "Are you sure this will work?" Hyunwoo asked. "Only one way to find out," Jinho replied. He activated the device. Across Seoul, every alien weapon stopped working at the same time. The Valtech soldiers were trained for many situations, but not for having their weapons fail in the middle of a demonstration. They tried to restart the systems, ran diagnostics, and called for technical support. Nothing worked. "Sir," a panicked Valtech officer reported to his ship. All ground-based weapons have malfunctioned simultaneously. That is impossible, came the reply. Nevertheless, sir, it has happened. Taemin was watching through binoculars when the alien weapons went dead. Now, he said into his radio, around Seoul, small groups of humans emerged from hiding places. They didn't attack the aliens directly. Instead, they began a carefully planned operation to capture alien equipment and vehicles. The Valthek soldiers were still dangerous with their personal weapons, but without their heavy guns and vehicles, they were just soldiers in a city of 10 million people who had stopped being afraid. Hyunwoo received a priority message from military command. We need you to do that jamming trick in other cities. Already working on it, Hyunwoo replied. I'm sending the technical specifications to teams in New York, London, and Tokyo. They should have their own jammers working within hours. How? Did you learn to do this so fast? We've been studying their systems for 18 hours straight. Also, they designed their technology to be user-friendly. Unfortunately for them, that makes it hacker-friendly too. Da-eun coordinated the information. Sharing that made the rapid counterstrike possible. Her radio network had become a global real-time intelligence system that shared technical data, tactical observations, and strategic planning. Wild dolphin to all stations, she broadcast. The jamming technique works. Repeat, the jamming technique works. Share the technical data with anyone who can build the devices. Within 4 hours, alien weapons were failing in cities around the world. The humans had turned the aliens' own user-friendly technology against them. So-young managed the logistics of the counterattack. We need electronic components delivered to 17 cities immediately, she told her global network of shipping. Contacts, that's going to be expensive, one replied. Bill it to the defense budget. I'm sure they'll pay. What if they don't? Then we'll bill the aliens. By hour 20, the situation had reversed completely. The aliens controlled small areas around their ships, but they were cut off from each other and from their fleet. Their weapons didn't work. Their communications were compromised. Their vehicles were being captured and reverse-engineered by humans who treated advanced alien technology like an interesting puzzle. Fleet Commander Zethrock stared at his reports in disbelief. How are they doing this? Sir, they appear to be learning our technology faster than we can secure it. Every countermeasure we implement, they find a way around within hours. That should be impossible. They are a primitive species. Sir, perhaps our definition of primitive is incomplete. Taemin's team had captured 3 alien vehicles and were already learning to operate them. The vehicles were designed to be easy to use, with simple controls and helpful computer guidance. The aliens had never considered that this would make them easy for enemies to steal and use. These things are like rental cars, Minsu observed. They practically drive themselves. Better than rental cars, Taemin replied. They have instruction manuals built into the computers. Should we be worried about booby traps or security systems? The aliens are too confident. They never imagined that anyone would capture their equipment, so they didn't bother with anti-theft. Devices. Hyunwoo achieved his greatest breakthrough at hour 22. He didn't just hack into the alien communication system, he gained administrative access to their entire network. I can see everything, he told his team in amazement. Ship positions, fuel levels, weapon status, personnel records. I even have access to their invasion manual. What does the manual say? It assumes the target species will follow logical patterns of resistance and surrender. There's no contingency plan for a species that treats the invasion like a technical challenge to be solved. What do we do with this information? We use it to end this invasion. Da-eun received reports from around the world that told the same story. In every city, humans were adapting to the alien presence faster than the aliens could adapt to human behavior. The resistance was growing stronger instead of weaker. This is incredible, she told Hyunwoo over their secure radio link. We're not just fighting back anymore, we're winning. The best part is that they still don't understand how we're doing it, Hyunwoo replied. They keep trying to fix individual problems instead of realizing that the problem is their entire approach. So Young coordinated the most ambitious logistics operation in human history. Using captured alien vehicles, modified human equipment, and pure determination, her network was now delivering supplies and equipment to resistance groups on every continent. The aliens have faster ships, she explained to her team, but we have better logistics. They have a few big supply lines. We have millions of small ones. They can't cut them all. As the second day progressed, the aliens faced a new and terrifying reality. They were not losing because human technology was superior. They were losing because human thinking was completely different from anything they had ever encountered. The aliens made their fatal mistake at hour 24. Energy beams lanced down from orbit, targeting schools and hospitals in major cities. The message was clear: surrender now or watch your people die. But the humans were ready. Hyunwoo had been monitoring alien communications all night. They're about to fire on civilian targets, he warned through the global network. All evacuation plans are go. In Seoul, Taemin watched from a command center as the alien beam struck an elementary school. The building erupted in flames, but no one was inside. The children and teachers had been evacuated 2 hours earlier, along with everyone else in the target zone. Perfect timing, Taemin said into his radio. All units, execute Plan Dragon. Around the world, the same scene played out. The aliens destroyed empty buildings while human forces launched coordinated attacks on alien positions. It was as if the humans had known exactly when and where the aliens would strike, because they had. Dayun coordinated the global communication network that made the operation possible. Wild Dolphin to all stations. Phase 1 complete. No civilian. Casualties reported. Repeat. 0 civilian casualties. The relief in her voice was matched by similar reports from every major city. The aliens had tried to terrorize the human population, but they had only succeeded in destroying empty buildings while exposing their own positions. Storm Bear to Wild Dolphin, came the report from California. Los Angeles alien forces are cut off and surrounded. They're requesting support from orbit. Metalfish to Wild Dolphin, reported Germany. Berlin alien forces have lost all ground vehicles. They're retreating to their landing ship. Similar reports came from Tokyo, London, Sydney, and every other invasion site. The aliens had expected their terror attack to break human resistance. Instead, it had triggered a perfectly coordinated global counterattack. Hyunwoo smiled as he watched the alien communication networks descend into chaos. They're panicking, he told his team. Listen to this. He played a recording of alien communications, even translated. The distress was obvious. Request immediate reinforcement. Human forces moving too fast. Cannot establish secure perimeter. How are they coordinating so effectively? Should we help them figure it out? Asked Jin-ho with a grin. Let's not, Hyunwoo replied, but let's do something even better. I'm going to send them some false information that will make their problems much worse. So Young managed the logistics of the global counterattack with the same efficiency she used for international shipping. Truck 7, you have a delivery of captured alien weapons for the Tokyo team. Cargo Ship 15, you're carrying reverse-engineered alien technology to Australia. Transport Helicopter 3, priority medical supplies for any injured resistance. Fighters. Her network had grown to include military units, civilian volunteers, and even some corporate shipping companies that had decided to help with the resistance effort. The global economy had reorganized itself around defeating the aliens. How are we moving supplies so fast? Asked one of her coordinators. The aliens control maybe 50 locations worldwide, So Young explained. We have 50,000. They're trying to guard the front door while we're using every window, back door, and chimney. Taemin led his expanded team through Seoul's subway tunnels toward the alien landing site. They had captured enough alien equipment to outfit a small army, and more importantly, they had learned how to use it effectively. Remember, he told his team, we're not trying to destroy their ship. We're trying to capture it intact. Is that possible? Asked Minsu. According to the technical manuals Hyunwoo found, yes. These ships are designed to be operated by small crews. If we can get inside and reach the command center, we can take control of the whole ship. What about the alien crew? That's what the sleep gas is for, Taemin said, patting a cylinder of alien-manufactured knockout gas that his team had reverse-engineered. We're going to put them to sleep and then figure out how to fly their ship. The plan sounded crazy, but it was based on 18 hours of careful study of alien technology and tactics. The humans had learned that the aliens were overconfident and relied too heavily on their advanced systems. Take away those systems, and they were just confused soldiers in an unfamiliar environment. At hour 26, the first major alien ship fell to human forces. It happened in Tokyo, where a team led by veteran engineer Kenji had spent 12 hours studying the ship's external systems. They discovered that the alien ships had emergency maintenance hatches that could be opened from the outside, apparently for use by friendly technical crews. It's like they never considered that enemies might have technical crews too, Kenji reported as his team swarmed into the ship. The alien crew was taken completely by surprise. They had been focused on the situation outside their ship and never expected humans to simply walk in through a maintenance door. Tokyo ship secured, came the report over Daeun's radio network. Crew captured, ship systems intact. We're learning to fly it now. Hyunwoo used his access to the alien network to make the victory even more devastating. As each human team approached an alien ship, he sent false orders to the alien crew that directed their attention away from the real threats. Alien Ship 7, false contact approaching from the north. Investigate immediately, he transmitted, using proper alien communication protocols. While the aliens looked north, the human team attacked from the south. This is too easy, Jin-Ho observed. They trust their computer systems completely. They never double-check orders or think about whether they make sense. That's because they've never fought an enemy that could hack their systems, Hyunwoo replied. They probably never imagined it was possible. So Young coordinated the most complex logistics operation of her career as human teams began capturing alien ships around the world. Each captured ship needed technical crews, security teams, and supply lines. The ships also needed to be studied, reverse-engineered, and eventually operated by humans who had never seen alien technology before yesterday. We have 7 ships captured and 12 more under attack, she reported to the Global Command Network. Technical teams are sharing information in real time. We should have basic flight capabilities within hours. How is that possible? Asked a military commander. The aliens built their ships to be user-friendly. Very helpful instruction systems, automatic pilot functions, emergency operating procedures. It's like they expected their crews to be stupid. Fleet Commander Zethrak watched his invasion collapse in real time. Ship after ship went silent. Communication networks reported impossible data. Human forces were using Valtech technology better than many Valtech crews. Sir, his aide reported, we're receiving requests for evacuation from all ground forces. They report being overwhelmed by human resistance. That is impossible. Human technology is primitive. Sir, the humans are using our technology. They have captured our ships, our weapons, our vehicles. They are operating them effectively. How? We do not know, sir. Zethrak made the decision that would complete his defeat. Prepare to retreat to safe distance. We will bombard the planet from orbit until human resistance is eliminated. But Hyunwoo was listening to every word. All stations, this is Seoul. Command. Hyunwoo broadcast on the global network. The alien fleet is preparing to retreat and bombard from orbit. Execute Plan Phoenix immediately. Plan Phoenix was humanity's most ambitious operation yet. Using the captured alien ships, human crews would attack the alien fleet directly. It was dangerous and crazy, but it was also the only way to end the invasion permanently. Taemin's team had successfully captured the Seoul alien ship and were learning to operate it with help from the instruction manuals. Flight systems online. reported Minsu from the pilot's seat. Weapons systems. I think they're working. Navigation shows the location of the alien fleet. Can we reach them? Asked Tae-min. According to this, we can reach them in 30 minutes. Around the world, similar scenes were playing out. Human crews were taking alien ships into space for humanity's first interstellar battle. They had no formal training, no military space combat experience, and no idea what they were really doing. But they had something the aliens lacked: the absolute determination to protect their home. Da-yun coordinated communications between the captured ships as they lifted off from Earth. This is Wild Dolphin to all Phoenix units. You are go for orbital operations. Good luck and good hunting. Storm Bear acknowledging. Los Angeles ship is spaceworthy. Metalfish confirming. Berlin, ship systems green. Rising Sun ready. Tokyo ship prepared for combat. One by one, a dozen captured alien ships rose from Earth's surface, crewed by humans who had learned to operate advanced spacecraft by reading instruction manuals and experimenting with the controls. So Young managed ground support for the orbital operation. All Phoenix units, you have supply ships standing by at low orbit. Medical support is ready. Technical support teams are monitoring all ship systems remotely. Hyunwoo used his access to the alien fleet's computers to provide targeting information and tactical intelligence. Phoenix units, be advised that the alien fleet's shields are designed to stop their own weapons, but they might not be calibrated for ships under human control. What does that mean? Asked Tae-min from his captured ship. Fleet Commander Zethrak faced the impossible. 12 of his own ships, now controlled by humans, surrounded his fleet in perfect attack formation. The humans had learned to operate Valtech technology better than some Valtech crews. Sir, his aide whispered. What are your orders? Zethrak looked at his tactical display. His fleet still outnumbered the human-controlled ships, but the humans had several advantages he couldn't counter. They were inside his defensive perimeter. They knew his ship designs intimately, and somehow they had complete access to his communications network. This is Sole Command, came Hyunwoo's voice through the alien communication system. We can see everything you're doing, Commander Zethrak. Every order you give, every plan you make, every weapon you target. You have no secrets from us. The fleet commander realized the terrifying truth. The humans hadn't just captured his ships, they had hacked his entire command structure. On Earth, Hyunwoo sat surrounded by screens showing every detail of the alien fleet. Jin-ho, are you ready with the surprise? Ready, Jin-ho replied from his station. One command virus designed specifically for Valtech fleet coordination systems. Da-un, is the global network ready? Wild Dolphin ready, came her voice over the radio. All stations are standing by to record and broadcast everything that happens next. So Young, logistics status? All captured ships have full fuel and ammunition. Ground forces are ready to capture any aliens who surrender. Medical teams are prepared for casualties, and I have a ship standing by to deliver our message to the rest of the galaxy. Tae-min spoke from the command center of his captured ship. Sol Phoenix to all Phoenix units. Remember, we're not trying to destroy the alien fleet. We're trying to send a message that Earth is not an easy target. Tokyo Phoenix acknowledging. We're ready. Berlin Phoenix confirmed. Weapons are locked on target. Los Angeles Phoenix standing by. Let's finish this. Hyunwoo activated Jin-ho's virus. Across the Valtech fleet, computer systems began to malfunction in ways their designers had never imagined. Navigation computers displayed false information. Weapon systems locked onto their own ships. Communication networks broadcast. Embarrassing personal messages from the crew. But the virus did something even more devastating. It began broadcasting the complete technical specifications of Valtech technology to every corner of the galaxy, along with detailed tactical analysis of how humans had defeated the invincible Valtech fleet. "Sir!" the aide shouted. "Our entire Technical database is being transmitted on all frequencies. Every species in the galaxy will have access to our military secrets. Zethrak realized that this was worse than losing a battle. This was the end of Valthek dominance in the galaxy. Any species that wanted to resist them now had the tools and knowledge to do so. All ships, he broadcast to his fleet, prepare for immediate retreat, but Taemin's voice cut through the communication system. I don't think so, Commander. You came here to conquer Earth. Now you get to explain to your superiors why you lost an entire invasion fleet to a primitive species. What do you want? Zethrak asked. First, you're going to send a message to every Valthek ship in the galaxy. Tell them that Earth is off limits. Forever. I cannot. Second, Taemin continued. You're going to provide us with the locations of every world you've conquered. Those species deserve to know that they can fight back, now that they have Valthek technology and human tactics. That would destroy our entire empire. That's the idea. So Young coordinated the most important logistics operation in human history. Ships prepared to carry human advisors, Valthek technology, and tactical knowledge to 17 conquered worlds. The galaxy was about to change forever. We have teams ready to deploy to every world the Valthek have conquered, she reported. Engineers, tacticians, communicators, and teachers. We're going to show them how to free themselves. Daeyun's radio network had evolved into something that would change interstellar communication forever. Wild Dolphin to all stations. We are now in contact with resistance movements on 7 alien worlds. They're reporting that Valthek forces are retreating in panic. The broadcasts of Valthek technical data had reached other star systems. Across the galaxy, conquered species were discovering that their oppressors' technology could be understood, hacked, and turned against them. Hyun Woo monitored the galactic communication networks as the effects of their victory spread. It's incredible, he told his team. The Valthek built their empire by convincing everyone that their technology was impossible to understand. Now everyone knows it's just advanced engineering. What happens now? Asked Jin Ho. Now we make sure this never happens again. To anyone. Fleet Commander Zethrak made his final transmission as leader of the invasion force. To all Valthek forces throughout the galaxy, avoid the Sol system at all costs. The humans are not a primitive species. They are a technological and tactical threat beyond our ability to counter. Any attempt to approach their world will result in the complete destruction of our forces. Is that enough? Asked Taemin. Not quite, Hyunwoo replied. He activated a program that would broadcast continuously from the captured Valthek ships. Now every species in the galaxy will receive regular updates on human defensive capabilities and anti-Valthek tactics. If the Valthek try to rebuild their empire, everyone will know how to stop them. The Valthek fleet began its retreat, but they were no longer the same force that had arrived 48 hours earlier. They had lost 12 ships. Their technological superiority, their tactical advantage, and their reputation as an unstoppable force. More importantly, they had created exactly what they had tried to prevent, a united, technologically advanced Earth that was now connected to a galaxy full of potential allies. So Young managed the diplomatic logistics as messages poured in from across the galaxy. We're receiving communication requests from 47 different species, she reported. Some want to trade, some want military alliances, some just want to thank us for showing them how to defeat the Valthek. Can we handle that much diplomatic activity? Asked a government representative. We handled a global alien invasion using shipping schedules and amateur radio, So Young replied. I think we can manage some diplomacy. Taemin brought his captured ship back to Earth as a hero, but he was already thinking about the next challenge. We need to be ready, he told his team. The Valthek won't be the only species out there. Some might be friendly, but others might be even more dangerous. Are you worried? Asked Minsu. No, Taemin replied. After what we did to the Valthek, I think the galaxy should be worried about us. Yun's radio network had become the foundation of Earth's new interstellar communication system. "Wild Dolphin to all stations," she broadcast. "We are receiving our first transmissions from the Kepler 442 system. The Valtech occupation there has ended. Repeat, another world is free." One by one, reports came in from across the galaxy. The Valtech Empire was collapsing as conquered species used human tactics and captured Valtech technology to liberate themselves. Hyun-woo worked on the next phase of Earth's defense. "We need to assume that other hostile species will try to invade us eventually," he told the Global Security Council. "But now we have alien technology, battle experience, and allies throughout the galaxy. What do you recommend? We build a defense network that makes the Valtech invasion look like a training exercise, and we share everything we learn with our new allies." 6 months later, Earth had become the center of a new galactic alliance based on cooperation rather than conquest. The species that had been conquered by the Valtech were now free and working together to prevent future invasions. So Young managed the logistics of interstellar cooperation, coordinating trade and communication between dozens of worlds. "It's amazing," she told her team. "We have a more efficient galaxy-wide logistics network than most species have for their single planets." Tae-min commanded Earth's new space defense force, trained in both human tactics and alien technology. "The next species that tries to invade Earth," he told his officers, "will face not just humans, but a coalition of species that knows exactly how to turn advanced technology against overconfident invaders." Dae-Yoon's communication network had evolved into the Galactic Freedom Radio, broadcasting tactical information and encouragement to resistance movements throughout the galaxy. "This is Wild Dolphin to all free peoples," she transmitted. "Remember, no technology is magic. Everything can be understood, hacked, and used for liberation." Hyun-woo led Earth's new Department of Galactic Cybersecurity, helping friendly species protect themselves from technological invasion while developing new ways to hack hostile alien systems. "The Valtech made one critical mistake," he often told visiting alien diplomats. "They assumed that advanced technology would guarantee victory, but humans specialize in turning other people's advantages against them." The Valtech Empire never recovered from their defeat at Earth. Their reputation as an unstoppable force was destroyed, their technology was no longer secret, and their former subjects knew exactly how to fight back. But more importantly, they had inadvertently created something that would change the galaxy forever. A species that had learned how to defeat any enemy by understanding them better than they understood themselves.